then we broke this to the upside again. I took this buy again right on the break, and instead of protecting this extreme low, I still protected this low. Even though this would have been the most sensible trade, it's pretty much close to the extreme right about now. The stop should be like 9p stop. Hi everybody, welcome back to today's video. Today is another day to break down what happens in the previous trading day and talk about the mistakes, the lesson learned, the wins, the losses, and whatnot. So today I'll be talking about the last trading day that I took, which was on Thursday, because on Wednesday I wasn't able to trade because of a particular event that occurs, which was unfortunate, by the way. So I wasn't able to trade on Wednesday, but I was able to do some things on Thursday. Even though I had some losses, I was able to recover those losses back with a single win that I have this week. So in this video, I'll be showing you guys, taking you through the process of how I end up having a win even after losing 2 trades. Make sure you watch the video to the end, because at the end of this video, I'm going to be stating out the rules and I'll be taking for the coming trades to make sure that I'm more and more mechanical in the terms of how I take trades. Like if A happens, B happens, C happens, then I can enter a trade. So I'll be talking about this at the end of the video, so stay tuned. Let's get into it. So as you can see my screen right here, I have a chart. I've already played it back to the end of Wednesday, which opening Thursday. This is a daily time frame. So I'll be jumping down to 4 hours time frame, by the way. I'll be jumping down to 4 hours time frame to see what is happening in 4 hours. I want to kind of paint a picture of how it all started to the point of taking the trade. So I just don't want to show me taking the trade. I want to show the process of my thinking process before actually jumping on the trade itself. So on 4 hours, I can see that the 4 hours is bullish, right? And we are back into the 4 hours pullback. We're coming to mitigate some lows down here. And there's a little bit of 4 hour structures created after this was broken. None of this was being mitigated. But one thing I noticed, and one thing that I actually do to find the direction in which the market could be going, is that I usually look for first of all, I find out what direction is the market going to begin with. So if the market is going up, right, I want to see a point where the market actually sweeps a low and then continue to go up. So what this shows me is that the buyers are in control because they swept the low and they continue to sweep the high as well. So as soon as I see this, I know that, okay, I should be buying for that trading day unless I see something different. So I would typically just mark out this zone or this range as an induced move, because it induced sellers to come into the market and take them out. At least that is what I think, or that is how I approach the market basically. So seeing this on 4 hours, that there is another 4 hour zone that was created right about here, and it was swept right here before we go back and sweep the high. I would most likely just mark this zone as an induced move, right? As an induced move, as I've said earlier, as an induced move that, okay, we should be looking for buys anywhere from here, right? And now giving us this, which is more like a liquidity to be grabbed for a lower move. So I know I'm looking for buys for that day. So I'll drop to 15 minutes to see what happens on 15 minutes. However, on this particular day, actually, I was not in the market during the London hours. I only take the trade for that day during the New York hours. So I'm just going to play the market back through the time frame so I can show you guys the thought process leading into the trade for the day. So I came to the market around this zone. I came to the market around this time, and what I was looking to see in the market was to see for market to actually come down into this zone. As you can see, this is a 15 minutes breaks to the upside, and I'm expecting markets to come and mitigate some lows right about here for us to go back up. But that didn't happen, and then 15 minutes continued to break to the upside. And now 15 minutes has left a new zone for me to look for trade from. As soon as the 15 minutes starts pushing back, which I'm going to wait for 15 minutes to do that, let's play the market forward. So 15 minutes starts pushing back, and we tapped into that POI As soon as this happens, let me play back a little bit so it seems to go faster than I did. Then I drop to 1 minute. I wait for market to actually tap into this. Let's see. So now, as soon as we tap into that POI, all I want to see is a confirmation on 1 minute, which has to be the 1 minute break of structure to the upside. So if you can see here, there's this 1 minute breaks to the downside, which I'll most likely just be waiting for this to go. And that happens, it goes, that high goes. I set my entry right about here and I wait for market. It taps into it, it push up a little, it's rejected, and I got swept, which was the first loss of the day. But the only mistake I made, if you remember from the last section I did, the mistake I made as well was not protecting the 15 minutes extreme low. And the reason why I wasn't protecting is because I was looking at the stop loss is going to be too wide. That's like 10 points, 10.1 pip stop loss. So I was thinking, oh, it's gonna be too wide. I don't want to take that much of a wide stop. That this low should be protected. So I took the first loss right here. Then I'm gonna be waiting for the same thing. Is it that this low goes or I get another 1 minute break to the upside? So I got another 1 minute break to the upside, and I couldn't just enter here again with the same reason in mind because the stop would be too wide if I decided to take it from here. I want to protect either this low, right? So the stop will be too wide, so I decided not to take the trade and just wait for market to come back in. Let me bring up the zones that I actually trade from so I can be sure. So I'll wait for the market to come right back in, and let's play market forward. As you can see, market has actually continued going up, but the zone is still valid, still very much valid. Then we drop back down into this. So right about now, you can see 1 minute is dropping, it's keep dropping. All I'm just waiting for right now is to see another change to the upside. That low is still being protected. If you look closely, it's still pretty much being protected. If I had actually protected this low right here, I will still be in the trade. So that low was still pretty much being protected. And then we have another break to the upside. So with this other break to the upside, I'll be looking at, okay, this was the sell to buy that actually break it to the upside. Can I get an entry here without 1 minute actually choking bearish first? So that would be the question. But market did not come back into it again, keeps going, but then it comes back right again. And this keeps still telling me that, okay, maybe there are some orders coming in right here, which is why market keeps coming back into it. And then this happens again. The same thing happens again. What I've been looking for, this is still the 1 minute to the downside, right? 1 minute still continue to the downside. I just need to see that choke, right? Then the next 1 minute to the downside was right about here. That was the next 1 minute to the downside, making this to the upside. Then we broke this to the upside again. I took this buy again right on the break, and instead of protecting this extreme low, I still protected this low. Even though this would have been the most sensible trade, it's pretty much close to the extreme right about now. The stop should be like 9 pip stop, most pretty much smaller than the first one, but no, I still make the same mistake. Then what happens next? Market tap into it. We're going, everything was looking good, and then again we come back and swept that low again, making it 2 losses, and the 15-minute low is still pretty much active without breaking. Then right about now, I've already learned my lesson, and that low has not been broken still. Yeah, even though right at this point, I've already been thinking there is higher possibility that this low is going to go. Why? Because you can see the amount of time market has returned into it, trying to break it. You can see the amount of time markets returned into it, trying to break it with every might and height. Like, I've already been thinking, okay, market is just generating a lot of liquidity right about this point, and it could just sweep it to come back here. But in as much as it's not breaking just yet, and I'm still getting the 1 minute confirmation that I'm looking for, my strategy requires me to take it still. So then I have another 1 minute change to the upside. Now, this was the time I now decided to take it and protect the low. And guess what, guys? The time I decided to take it and protect the low, even when it's even like 14 pips stop loss, I decided to take it regardless because I'm tired of just getting swept out. I've learned my lesson now. That was now the time market decided to go to the upside and then tap me into profit. And that was how I have two losses and one win for the day for Thursday trade. And the same mistake that I made on Tuesday that made me to lose on an opportunity or on a potential winning trade, I still made the same mistake here and I had two losses. Fortunately for me, I had one win. However, I must say I'm not really happy with the result I'm getting with these trades. Like I wished I was going to be getting something more than this, but this is what I'm getting right about at the moment. So I'm not really happy with the results, but we still keep going. And hopefully for the coming trading week, everything is gonna be looking good. Even with that being said, I think that's how many losses in total. I've had two losses on the first trading day on Tuesday, and I had two losses today. That's four losses before I make one win. Even with a negative four trades, which is like losing four trades and just having one win, we are still in most likely just a little bit under $20, which I'm still pretty much fine with because this the purpose of this account is not to make a lot of money with it. The purpose of this account is for me to learn from it. I don't want to trade a demo account. I want to trade an account that I'm going to have a feeling that I'm trading a live account with. And even though the money won't be too much for me to risk or too much for me that I'm going to be in so much pain for losing it, but it's not too little as well that I won't be putting effort into making the right decision in the market. This is where we are, guys. And going to next week, the plan is to take at least as possible of a trade and to take only high probability trades that marks every liquid thing I'll be looking for in the market. And to make sure that I'm actually doing that I'm actually taking trades that only marks everything that I will be looking for, I make sure that I actually created a note of what I have to see in the market before I could take a trade. So I'm going to let me just turn that on right now. Let me see the info text. Yeah, this should be it. Sorry. So this is what I want to see in the market before I decide on taking any trade. This is the rule. The rule of basically selecting a POI. And the first thing on the list for me to see before looking for a trade is it happening on a higher time frame POI? Right, this would be the entry module one that I'll be looking for. Is it happening on a higher time frame POI? If it is not happening on a higher time frame POI, where is it? So those questions will be coming up. Then once this has been marked out, has been seen that okay, it happens on a higher time frame POI. The second is, does the other block that I selected that happens on a higher time frame POI, does it break structure to either the up or the downside? I'm gonna be looking for that as well. Is there a liquidity before the other block that breaks to the upside or downside? And if there is not a liquidity before that leg, was it created on 1 minute before the POI? And does it align with the section time? And by this section timing is that, does it happen within a high volatility zone? Does it happen within London, or does it happen within New York section? So basically, I'll be looking for that as well. And also, is it within a premium and discounted zone? And does the intermediate time frame aligns with the direction of the market and the lower entry, which is 1 minute for me for confirmation? So I will try as much as possible to keep to this rule. So basically, that's the plan going into the coming week. And I hope you guys learn something from this. I do learn a lot from this, actually, to be precise. The main purpose of this account, the main purpose of doing this is to learn from it, is to learn from my mistake, is to be able to improve until that level of consistent profitability is being reached. So that's all for it today, guys. As you can see, we have 2 losses and 1 win. So that's it for today, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be on Tuesday fully. So see you in the next one.